Good morning and welcome to Bricolage with Pink Girly. Come in, get comfy. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. I'm just cleaning up a little bit of my equipment here. Good morning, Jacqueline. Hi, Peggy. Good morning. Peggy and I were already chatting. Peggy found a really cool video she sent me. I appreciate that. I appreciate when people send me stuff. I like to look at it. All right. So I've got some stuff out here on my desk. I'm going to be using glue sticks today, which really, hey, Candy, good morning. Good morning, Mama. I'm not sure how I want to cut this piece. I have a piece of ledger paper, and I just folded this. This is still sticky. I just folded this newer type of, I guess, bookkeeping or ledger paper, different than the old time kind. This one is from 1934. So I want to make some ephemera. So when I think of ephemera, I think of the basic things, and you may have some other ideas, but oh, you know what? I could get out my hole punch, my circle punch. I think, hey, good morning, Joyce. I think of mostly tags and journaling cards. That kind of thing. Like you can do circles, pockets. I think of ephemera as pockets. I'm sure there are other things. So I just took some stuff on my desk that I had. So I'm going to use a piece of ledger paper. I'm inspired today by a new channel I found called Crafted by Christy. And I put her link, her name in her YouTube channel, the video that I watched in my description box below. Once this populates, if you could do me a favor, if you go over to her channel and you watch the video, just leave her a little message and tell her that I sent you. That would be nice if you would do that. So I just glued this together, and then I had some book pages handy, so I just cut them out to resemble a tag and glued several sheets together. I pulled out some coffee stained index cards. I'm really not big on pockets. Oh, you did, Mama? Oh, cool. Yeah, I haven't taken time to watch some of her other videos, but I will do that. Hey, Ange, good morning. So this one I just folded. I don't know why. Maybe I'll put that to the side. This one I folded down and glued that, thinking I could, when it's finished, fold this over, glue it, and then have a different kind of a pocket. But I think I want to work on it that way. And then I liked, I've done triangles to make pockets in my journals before. I'm not super crazy about them, but what I saw, this is probably a no-brainer, but I never thought of it myself. When I saw Christie's, and I really liked hers, I realized the difference was she rounded all her edges. So that's what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? I want to try to get this the same on both sides. Maybe if I do it this way, that can be a little fiddly. I think that makes such a difference. I know, you're like, duh, I do that all the time. But anywho, so I have a corner pocket. Certainly I'm not going to get to all this. But she was using her napkins and a glue stick. Dictionary page, this one I glued together. I've got a couple of playing cards, game cards. I discovered these in my stash. I guess these were from Index Card. Oh, you are, Mama? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better soon. Our Super Bowl plans have changed or canceled because our neighbor just tested positive for COVID. So it'll just be Hubs and I. I know Peggy has told us, I think when Peggy visited my channel, she told us that she had, well, this is just a regular piece of manila folder, that she has a whole collection of tags like my nephew's coming home today. I forgot to turn off my phone. I should have sent him. Well, I'll send it in a little while. Like garment tags. This is a business card. And she saves all that stuff and then she can use it in her projects. So, oh, good, Ange. So, what your procedures tomorrow, right? I don't know if I'll use this or not. This is just an old business reply from the National Historic Society. It might be fun. And then a time card. And then I just pulled out a bunch of tags. I'm wondering how maybe a photo like this from Tim Holtz might look. And some journaling cards. This is just stuff that I can think about doing this process. And it's just really covering it with napkins and then decorating it. But she's not using wet glue. She used a glue stick, which I don't usually. Tomorrow, yes. Okay. Great, Angie. You have to. Did they already call you, Ange, for your time, or do you have to wait till later in the day? So this I just have sitting here available, and I'll pull from that pile. Not sure what to do with my ledger paper. If you have an idea, let me know. So I just pulled this stuff out. Now, usually when I do any kind of decoupaging or using napkins, I use the Golden Matte Medium, and it works fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But Crafted by Christy is using a glue stick. Now, glue sticks, I have them. I have a regular one. Yep, I do somewhere. Yep. Oh, there it is. So I have a regular one. You know, the purple is supposed to dry clear. Not sure if that's 100. Oh, at 10 o'clock? You did? Okay, I haven't been in there yet. Thanks, Ange. But I was in Walmart a little while ago, and they had a package of glue sticks. There was 4 or 6 of them for 75 cents, the whole package. So I picked them up. And what I don't always do is put my glasses on when I pick stuff up. And I got home and realized these are glitter. I don't know why anybody would want a glitter glue stick, because to me this is not a top coat kind of glue. Has anybody ever used this for like a top coat? Anyway, for 75 cents, I thought, how big can they be? So I'm gonna try to use some of that up today. So I pulled out, these are napkins that I recently got from Jacqueline. And my idea for me personally is, yeah, kids want glitter, but when you put it down, you put your thing on top of it, it covers it up. Anyway, I know I'm old, but you cover your, I don't know. I'm thinking they weren't popular. That's why the whole package was 75 cents. So I'm thinking I want to make some ephemera, some tags, and things I can make pockets with for future journals that I want to build. So I know I want to do a yellow and green. I just did a pink. I'm working on a blue, and they're pretty much, I think, set. I could probably use some more stuff for my blue one. I want to make a bee one. So maybe, bee oriented, bee kind of an idea. It's a glitter base layer. So I have these more like shamrocky kind of napkins. And then I got this one from Jacqueline. This one. This one. Now I did pull out a black tag. So we'll see how that might work. I don't think I'm going to do anything with the shamrockers. And I bought this one. I already have one of these, but I love this because I love the image. I don't know that I'll do anything with rabbits, but I really like the striped back. I shared part of it with somebody. I don't know, maybe Kel, I'm not sure. But then I have my napkin journal, if you will. So I'm just going to look through this and think about different colors, the different colors that I might be interested to work with, and pull out napkins I think would work. Now, this probably would work, and it's really big, but I might come back to that. See, this is smaller. I might grab this one. And here are bees, so let's grab the bee. Oh, look at that one. Let's have a look. That might be pretty. Now, some of these, of course, I'm not going to get to and I'm not going to use. But I'll pull them out. I can always put them back. I don't think I want my owl. I certainly don't want I don't want Christmas or winter. I'm past Christmas and winter. I kind of want spring. Oh, this kind of looks like watercolor. Oh, although I do love winter and Christmas. Christmas. Birds are nice. Birds are always good. Oh, look, I got some tulips back in there. I like being able to see in my book and see what napkins I have. And I might have duplicates. I keep them in my supply drawer. But this allows me to see what I have if I put them in correctly. Oh, yeah, like this one. Oh, this has got a bee on it, too. But what I don't like is trying to get in and out of it. So this is just a semi good idea that I think I had. Semi good. A semi good. There's another one of that guy. Now, he might come in handy. Okay, these are love poppies. Poppies. Oh, yeah, I want to do a farm journal. See, this is the problem. I have too many journals in my brain that I want to do. There's undersea stuff. Oh, that's pretty. See, these are ones I didn't get put away. Oh, that looks like that other one I bought from Jack. Oh, look how pretty that is. That might be good for a background. Look, there he is. I might want more of that yellow. And then I've got, these are cool, but not for my idea. And I always can come back and pull some out if I want. Oh, this is one of my favorite napkins. I don't know if I have much of this left anymore, but that would be good for a yellow journal or a blue. There's purple. I destashed. Oh, that's nice for blue. I destashed a lot of my napkins. So I think I'm on the, I think I'm getting a little low in my choices. But I'm not going to think about that now. Now, most of the ones that are, they should be, that were in my folder there, my book, should be taken apart. Now, you only want the first ply. You don't want all three plies. You just want the top. Now, Christy, I'm anxious to see if this works for me. She took her bone folder and just rubbed where, you know, where it's waffled, where the napkin is kind of put together. And hers came right apart for her. Now, this was a little loosey-goosey anyway, so that may have helped. Whoops, I lost the edge of that one. And I think Dee Dee, she uses a little piece of tape that works too and pulls them up, but I like to have my pieces whole in case I want to stamp on them or use them for something else, or even use them to clean a paintbrush, you know. This one should be, this one feels like it's been, yeah, deplied, if that's a term, deplied. This one's not. See, it's got that, see that little waffly area there? She just presses on that with her bone folder. I thought this was a good tip. If you just have your regular fingers and not these nails, it comes off a lot easier. Now, see, this one is already starting to come free. And it looks like you've gotten it, but see, there's still another layer in there. There's another. Most napkins, unless they're cheaper, most are 3-ply. Whoops. I tore it. I tore it. So if you get a bunch of napkins, you know, you buy them, you collect them, you go to the thrift shop, whatever, you see some that would work in a project. You know, this would be a good project to sit at night in front of the TV and do. Get all your napkins. You know, deplied. Oh, look, I got doubles of that one. If there's something you need for me to say, if you put it like in caps, that helps me out a little bit there. See what? Unless your bone folder looks like Dee Dee's. Oh, I don't think I remember what hers looks like. That one's done. And instead of stopping and doing it when your hands are sticky, you know, as you need it, if you do it ahead of time, that saves you a little time and I think a little frustration. Now this one, the image, if I it's just on the one the one square. Yeah, me too, Ange. That's one of my favorites. I've had that a long time. Okay, this one I'm not going to fuss with because I have that other piece. I'm not sure that I need all of that. This one is still together. I love tulips. They have so many cool colors. So now I'm just going to take my glue stick. The other thing that, one of the other things that Christy said, crafted by Christy, is that she never really used or liked maybe the glue stick so much. And she has come to realize it's because she didn't use enough glue. That's me. That's definitely me. So I'm trying to be more heavy-handed when I use a glue stick. But the upside of the glue stick is, it's not real wet and goopy. You do have, of course, I tear it here. You have the possibility of not tearing as easily. Oh, I wonder if there's another layer. Oh, yep, there is. Hold on. It's less messy than the wet glue. And then she said, I wonder where the one is I did the other day. She said it just feels different when they dry, and it does. It has a really cool texture and feel to it. I don't know about you. I know Jacqueline is like me um, in this regard. A lot of us are, what do they call it, tactile, or, you just like to touch and feel stuff. You like the way it feels. You put together a journal or you use a certain thing for, say, like a journal cover, and you put your pages in, and it just has a good hand feel to it. I don't know. I like to touch and feel stuff. I'm touchy and feely. Now, of course, the napkins are kind of thin and see-throughy. They're see-throughy, if that's a word. And that's kind of cool. Oh, look at those kids. That's, the orientation's different there. That's kind of cool. This reminds me of a picture I have hanging in my bedroom. I pulled the oldest sibling card, and it's a picture that my grandmother had someone, well, I think a photographer take years ago with my dad and his siblings. And my dad is maybe about that age. And it's just a glorious picture. Of course, there's only one. So I scoffed it when we moved Mom out of our house. And I need to have copies made so my sisters can have a copy. So now to just determine what I want to put on top. I don't think I want that. I don't want to be. Didn't I pull out a little? This farm one might be cool. You don't really see the kids. I wonder about just using one of the backs on this one. Now you have to be gentle. See, I'm manhandling this, so this one's all torn. And that might not really matter to you. That might be cool. And then see, I can stamp on there and do some other things. So let's just finally jump in. How long have I been here? Half an hour. Jump in. All right. So somewhere I'm going to put a piece of acetate. And I don't know if the sparkle from the glue is going to show through either, but I'm gonna use it. We'll see if I can now get the lid off. Now this is kind of what I've started to do with the glue stick, just whacking off a hunk. I mean, it gets pliable really fast. The picture of my dad and his siblings. My dad was in such a mood the day they took the picture. His face is like down to his belly button. I mean, he's got such a sour look. And I think he said his mom was bugging him, Jackie, smile, Jackie, smile, I think, which made him more irritated. Okay. Now you just take your napkin. Most of you know all about this. You're just here keeping me company while I do my thing. Most of us don't care too much about wrinkles. Now, Christy just used her hand and kind of, but I saw a girl do this years ago, and this works really well for me too. Using a piece of plastic wrap, because you can be a little more, well, that doesn't work, doesn't slide. You can be a little more, you can be a little rougher. And it kind of doesn't impact or damage your napkin. But you want to get it down really well. So I'm going to gently, see, I must have missed some glue there. Just tore it. I just tore it. No, I don't think I'll be able to sneak glue in there. Maybe there's a little bit. So I'm going to put this aside and let it dry for a couple of minutes while I go on to my next one. I wanted to really do these library things. Of course, it has a good back on it for journaling. Now, let me see. It's pretty. I think I might like to double my pleasure on this. Now, of course, you can cut your napkin, but you also can use water. I've got some glue under here. Let's see if I can get that up. I've got my alcohol spray. I'm finding that when I make journals, I never seem to have enough different kind of ephemera to put in them. I've got the regular stuff, like these kinds of cards, your time cards, and guest checks. This idea with a water brush is good if you want to go around, say, a large flower or a larger image, and you're trying to get just the image out. I'm thinking I might want to use this yellow stripe across the bottom. Now, I have something similar on that other napkin, but I'm going to just paint with my water where I want that to come apart, and then just gently give it a tug. If you don't have a water brush, you could use a regular water brush. I'm sure you could use a cotton swab. That might need for you to have a little more control and not have it sopping wet, but I think that might work if you don't have the brush. Welcome in to those of you who are just popping in. So I've been trying to eat better, and I'm trying to get off the white flour and sugar, which is not easy. I'm a carbaholic. So I saw someone make, he called them bagel bites. Maybe I'll take just I think I'm going to take a little piece of this, just kind of go this way. Made with almond flour and yogurt, Greek yogurt, because I want a snack while I'm watching the game, but I don't want to undo, some of the work I've done. So I thought, well, we were expecting company, our neighbors, and if you weren't here earlier, I said my friend across the street, she just tested positive for COVID, so they're of course not coming. And the other couple we were going to invite, they're getting over the flu or something. They're still not up to par. Now, keep in mind, all my neighbors are, old like us. So it's just going to be me and Ron. And of course, we like different things. He's going to make his garlic chicken wings, which I'm still having trouble with some of that kind of food. So I put a test batch of these bagel bites in. Can I do that? So I'm going to glue this up and then put my napkin down. So we keep saying to each other, oh my gosh, I was going to do this and I walked away and forgot all about it. I mean, I should just know to ask Alexa to set a timer. So I put my bagel bites in the oven. There's a little chunk out of that one, this one. So I put them in. I think to myself, okay, I'm going out to my desk. I'm going to get my phone and I'm going to set the timer for 15 minutes. I think they had to cook for 15 minutes. So I come out here. I think I'm telling Jacqueline about the bagel bites. I got them in the oven, and then I pick up something else. Oh. Then I smell something. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I've got my bagel bites in the oven. So they're flying into the kitchen. Actually, for being so terribly overbaked, they weren't that bad. The bottoms, of course, were very brown. Very brown. But they didn't taste too bad. So I think I'm going to make some more of those when I get done here today. So I can have a little bit of dip. I like to dip. Yeah, there's a lot of things going around. And I don't go out much, but our neighbor, Cindy, she still works. And it's a much older couple than us. He was just in the hospital. So there's that. I think that's, they probably picked up some of their grunge there. All right, maybe a tulip. Maybe the tulips on this. See, I've got the red side and the blue side. Now, I don't want to get carried away. I don't want to do too much, but of course I do have to drive so I can do the next step. So let's see. Oh boy, isn't that pretty? Okay, so I think I'm going to want to use maybe these and just fill up the whole space. So I'm going to take my water brush and just give myself a little tear line here so I can salvage some of those tulips. And then, yeah, just like people sending their kids to school when they're sick. I was just watching an episode of Doc Martin yesterday, and that was one of the issues that he was dealing with. These parents didn't believe their kid was sick and sent him to school. All right, so I'm going to just, well, you know what? This is the edge. I'm just going to take this one off. I'm so stingy with blues and stuff. Now, I could just, put that whole piece down, but let's just, for the sake of trying this little technique here, now that I have an actual image. So what's everybody working on today? I'm just relaxing. Is everybody going to watch the game? I know Shannon's going to watch the game. I'm surprised she's not in here haunting and taunting me. So it works pretty good if you have an image that you want to take out. When are they coming, Peggy? Are they coming during the week, or are you having special snacks? Oh, I shouldn't bring up snacks. I always forget not to bring up snacks. I love snacks. Okay, so I still got more in here. See, another thing is if you use your little palette knife, this is all glue you paid for, right? And let's be really nosy. How many, I'm assuming they're all gals, how many in your group are coming? This one's put together a little different than the other normal glue sticks. Next Saturday. Oh, cool. I'm serving lunch. Oh, how fun. And creating a scrap busting card. Oh, cool. 9 people. How fun. When I used to work at the college and I had those students that worked for me, that was one of the fun things for the different holidays. Well, mostly Christmas. Before they went on break, I'd have them come for dinner and really would go all out with decorating and then my meals. I should have written down different things that I served them, but I don't remember now. But I know the one dessert display I did, we put an old vintage sled on our kitchen table, and then I covered it with like a holiday cloth or whatever, I forget now, and then used a couple other things to like make tiers so I could put the dessert. They were thrilled. That was always a good time. Well, I hope everyone stays well, Peggy, so they can all come. Now, what I didn't do is I didn't pull out those other tulips. I didn't trim out those other tulips that I want to use on this card. The one thing I'm struggling with is having a place to put my finger to hold the card still. But you can make this glue go, and really, if you wanted to, you could really scrape this down and add some back into the little tubey thing, right? Because once you start manipulating it, it really softens up, which is nice. All right, I should probably get this off of this plastic. And that glue's not going to dry that fast. So where's my other piece? Okay, so let me just take this. Roughly get out my yellow tulip. Yeah. Peggy, is your hubby going to watch the game? Let me put a little glue under here. Put that down. What? Mm-hmm. And you can overlap. You can do whatever you want. Now, after this, I'm going to just do a tag. And then we'll get to the next part. So you could really just overlap that, but I don't think I want it. That's such a beautiful tulip there. Some of these napkins are incredible, aren't they? Oh, I'm sorry, Candy. Okay. Take care. I hope that eases up for you. Poor Candy. She's really got a lot of stuff going on there. All right, that's kind of overlapping. And there's Judy. Hi, Judy, Lori, and happy people. Hello and good morning from Central Illinois. 29 degrees, windy. Took a hot bath to warm your blood back up, and you're ready to see what I do. Judy, no snacks, no cider. You don't have any. Hey, there's Sherry. No hot cider. Hi, Sherry. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. I got a spot right there. Let's take this white. It kind of might disintegrate anyway, but I want the color of that tulip to really shine. So earlier in the week, Ron wanted to defrost the freezer we have out in the garage. It's a very small. Right before we moved from our Pennsylvania house, we really, it kind of went fast, I guess, because we weren't really thinking about moving, I don't think that much, but things changed with our jobs and whatnot. And so we had just bought a second. Hi, Kel. We had just bought a second freezer for out in our garage in our Pennsylvania home, and it was really nice. And Ron likes to shop sales, and at the time when we were there, we had 5 bedrooms, and we had them all filled with students. And our daughter was at school at that time, but we had a house full. So having the second freezer and a large one was really great. But then we were downsizing. All of a sudden, we were downsizing and coming here, and it's like we don't need that big freezer. And our daughter was planning to get married, and we thought, if they have kids, they could probably. We didn't want to leave it, so we gave it to them, and we picked up a small freezer that we have now. Well, the top box, the top section really gets heavy with ice. The rest of it doesn't, but he really wanted to get that cleaned out. And so that's what he was working on, and discovered this big prime rib roast in there. I don't want to tell you how old it was. And I'm like, really? Do you think we should cook? You should cook that? And he's like, it'll be. It should be. It should be fine. And so we did. Looked up online the best way to cook it. Oh, I didn't do the cards. Oh, I can work on this stuff too when we're not together. Let's see. I do like that corner pocket. I'm looking for a tag. Oh, I wanted to try the black. Shall we do the black? Black on black? So he did that yesterday. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And I can't really chew, but it had such nice flavor and the bones. I guess I should have gotten out that other piece. Well, maybe I can write something. Okay, let's just shut this. I'm gonna just make a little jaggedy here. So it's just not straight. Am I out of, no, still got water. You gotta squeeze it. That was the first time he cooked a prime rib. And I was surprised. I don't know why I'm not getting any. You do? Kel, did I send you a piece of this? I got another one from Jacqueline, and I thought I sent you. At least I thought I did. It might have been in with the bracelets. Speaking of which, this is a Kellyanne bracelet. I didn't. I sent you other napkins though, right? Or maybe you didn't see them. Maybe they got thrown away with the package. Hi, Leah. Good morning. Is it still morning? Oh no, it's afternoon. I keep forgetting I start later on Sunday. Although I haven't been back to church, I'm a little embarrassed to go until I get my teeth back in my mouth comfortably. I'm so vain. Oh, thanks, sweetie. That's very nice of you. Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's use it this way this time. I'm just going to rub on a thick coating. Boy, this is really getting sticky, sticky wicket. Wonder if I have my, I have my new white pen from Grabby. Oh, look, I got glue all over the back. Oops. Should have gotten some baby wipes out. Carly Simon, yes, ma'am. Let's just sing that to the top of my lungs in the car. All right, let's put a little something on this little corner. This little corner, and in the corner pocket we have, let's see, who doesn't love a good sunflower, huh? It's very large, but I think it'll look cool. So let's do it. Now I can also stitch on these once I get them done. I have a machine, so no pun intended. I have a machine, so I can sew. I didn't do any bee ones. Oh well, there's other days. Other days. I didn't do the ledger paper either. The cool thing about the ledger paper is, depending on what napkin you choose, you know, you can see the paper through it. And I love ledger paper. Love it. All right, now let's go back. I'm going to sit this here off to the side. I'm running out of sides. Let's just put it there. Okay, the first one we did was this photograph. It feels kind, well, maybe not so. Let's hit it with the heat tool. We get up the rest of this. More spritz. Let's spritz it again. I think I have a rumbly in my tumbly. Okay. As it's drying, I'm seeing the image a little better through the napkin, and that probably will continue. But this really does feel really cool. Now you can cut this, trim this with your scissors. I'm going to use this old emery board nail sander or whatever it's called. This is not a true emery board, I guess, but Cal would know the right term. See what a nice edge that gives you? Now, if it's still wet, it's not going to stand off that nice, but once that dries, it's money. This is money right here, money shot. I love this. And then if you want it to be more distressed looking, you can come more onto the top instead of just the side. Joyce says she's not doing nothing. She's just resting. She should be over there playing on her cricket joy, but she doesn't want to do that either. Oh, yeah, that's Ange. I'm sorry. Joyce said, I'm looking at the crowd in New Orleans. I have no desire to be. Oh, no, no, no. I'm over the crowd thing for sure. Sorry, it was Angie saying I'm not doing nothing, just resting. That's good. Good to relax. See, so I just took a little bit off of here. Give this piece a little more of a distressed look, and then you could save that, but I'm going to fight the urge and throw that away. How proud of you, how proud of me are you? Okay, this is a little library card. I'm going to hit that with a heat tool, just nail file, just a nail file. Now I can cut out shapes, you can do all kinds of stuff, whatever you have in your stash to bricolage. Oh, I got to tell you this. So Kellyanne says to me the other day, you're not going to believe this. Guess what? She sent me a message and she said, I'm sorry if this sound is annoying. Kellyanne didn't say that. I'm saying that. She has an app that gives her a word of the day. And she said, you won't believe what today's word was. Bricolage. How cool is that? All right, I've got a little notch there, which I think is kind of cute. So I'm just going to trim that out. I think that because this sander is kind of big. I'm just going to do a little notch. A little notch. Oh, really, Kel? Did you get more snow last night, Kel? They said we were going to get some, but we didn't. We just got rain. And Ron was thinking he wouldn't go to church today if the roads were icy, but it looked like just the windshield was icy. The roads and all still looked wet. So you have to move your car just last night, Cal? Oh my goodness, honey. Okay, that piece there looks a little loose, so I'm sanding that off. And sand a little more off. Oh, look, I got another tear over here. It's okay. That's still a little wet there. All right. Getting rid of these scraps. Getting rid of them. Okay, tulip time. This is still kind of, I think this is probably wet. Okay, I missed something. I missed the, whatever the JLR thing is. Yeah, stay in, Cal. All right, so I'm not noticing so much of the sparkle coming through the napkin, but of course here I had some that I didn't cover. Some area that I didn't cover. Let's lift it up a little bit. Do something about that. Whoop. Oh, I didn't move my hand quick enough. You have to try this. They really do feel cool. They feel different. Now mine got very smooth. I don't have too much in the way of wrinkles. I'll have to, maybe I'll sand that. Well, let's see. Now, most of the journals that I would be using these in, I ink the edges and things in the journal will look grungy. Now, I've done a couple recently that don't look like that. So, but like I said, I'm looking to use these in journals of the future, which I probably will want them to be a little more grungy. Peggy, are you still here? Or do you have that video handy that you sent me this morning that we could share with the girls? She's dyeing paper, but then she also shows you how she uses the paper in a journal. She's got some sweet digitals, and she gets a really cool look on her paper. This I'm going to have to clean here. It's got a little extra glue. See, now you can see a little of the sparkle up there. Is that it? Oh, okay. Jacqueline's here. She got it. Thank you. And I can still see where that glue is not totally dry. Okay, let's sand the black one. Now, if I just wanted to take my white paint pen, yeah, this is still kind of wet. I'm rushing. And to that, Jacqueline says, what did she say, Jacqueline? Hi, and then another nationality. She's a silly girl. Oh, you're outside? Cow. Oh, dear. I guess, some towns you have to move your cars to the other side of the street so they can plow. I guess that's what she's... Oh, geez. I didn't realize she was outside. Okay, so these really have to dry before I do anything else with them. But I think I could work on this one. I'm going to get out some ink and a blender. Oops. Got to put the cap on the right way. And let's just jazz this one up a little bit. Jazz it. See if we can jazz it up. This is where it could all go wrong for me, but I think this is going to work. Now, of course, I am rushing this because I'm doing this live. This probably could, all of these could stand to set. And my room's a little cool, too. So it's not like we're having a heat wave, it's summer and... Now this has this cool back, which I think I will leave it like this. So I probably will use, I guess you are cold, Kel. Um, this I can just put in a tuck spot or in a pocket. And if I really wanted to, I could put something else back on here where, you could journal if you wanted. So this is really just kind of a background. Now, you can tell that's inked, right? Okay. So then I want to decorate it with some other stuff, stuff I like to decorate with stuff. 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 Might look cool. I like this little stamp. Let's see if I can get this to go. Now, where is let's get my little cushion here. And let's just use, let's see. I think this one's pretty juicy. Need to get a juicy stamp ink pad. I could use a little more ink. It doesn't have to be real dark though, really, right? Because I'm going to put other stuff on top. Now, I would be wise in getting a stamp block to press on this, press evenly, but I didn't do it. But you do it. You do it. You do it. Get your stamp block. Okay. Then earlier, before I came on, I was digging through some little bits and stuff. Let's see. Oh, where's the box? This has got the bigger pieces. Got a little piece of ribbon. That really doesn't do anything for it, does it? Blackberry jam. I don't think I want it to say specimen. That might look cool if I glue that down. Let's get my box of goodies here. Whoa. Now I want to also not make it too thick because I don't know how I'm going to use it. Okay, Joyce. So I want to kind of keep it flat. Keep that in mind with what I'm gluing on. It's kind of pretty. So I don't want to bulk it up too much. Boy, that could be a tie. I probably say that every time I bring that out. Okay, look what I saved in my box. This piece of tissue. It's cool, though. It's cool, man. It's cool. Okay. All right, so now somewhere on my little desk, I have some other glue. Do, 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 do. I don't want to rub more glue stick on there because I don't want to tear this because I don't really think it's super dry yet. So I'm going to put this frame down. Now, see, Kathy Cal used to do things like this. I miss her Friday shows. But she would sit, we would be chatting back and forth and arting together, and she would sit and make several things of whatever, clusters if she was, and then she had little boxes, and she kept all her little bits that she was working on. I don't want specimen. I said I don't want specimen. I'm gonna add this here on this corner. I go wait for that to dry. Where did I put? I just had. I thought, oh, I should keep that out because it has like my little Timmy flowers in it. I think this needs a pop of color. Well, here they are. We'll see. That's really big. Maybe I want something like this. So just dig through your stuff. Let's see what you like. Well, that's a lot. I'd like to find I think a yellow. Yes, Ange, that's a great idea. I like one or the other, but I like both of those together. So maybe I'll put both of them on. It's not like I don't have enough. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, girls? Oh, look, here's another yellow. They call me Mellow Yellow. I really kind of like this one and this one. All right, so this one I want to ink. There's not too much white around that back one. And you can use just cut out a file folder. I've done that before with food stuff on it that you might pull out of a magazine, or a cookbook. I'm just scrunching this up, knocking that white back so it's not so in your face. This one already is kind of, I might have inked this another time. I don't know, because usually his little cutouts like this are really bright. Really, really bright. I'm so proud of myself. I actually found my sander right when I needed it. Usually I'm hunting all over for it. You can get this kind of thing in the dollar store. All right, so now I put my Fabri-Tac up here. Let's get that back out. Hey, Angel Rose, how are you? We're just hanging out and doing a little creating with some napkins. How are you? What are you up to? You gonna watch the game? All right, so I'm gonna put this strip of fabric right down the side here. Could probably cut some of that off. We'll leave it. And then I'm going to, now some of this is going to hang off, so I'm thinking I will trim. So I want this glued. This guy's hanging off, so I don't want too much on him. And then I'm going to put this one right on top because I like it. So I'm thinking maybe right down here and then over. I'm just staying with the Fabri-Tac because I think that adheres down a little quicker and sets up, you know, when you're not in a hurry, but, you know, wanting it to stay where you put it. I still like this little. So Vanessa, you doing all right? Staying healthy? Okay. Now, when I go to use this in a project or a book, I'll decide then if I want to trim off. Ooh, I forgot that one hung way over. You know, I might leave that or I could trim it off. I could flip it over the back and glue it down. But for now, I'm going to leave it as it is. So that looks pretty grungy, and I think I'll be able to use that in a project. So there's that one. Now, let's see, where did I put the little, my little corner pocket? We've got that one. Got this one. This black one I was thinking to write on this. I know, right, Judy? No game for Vanessa. She's having lunch and a snack, and then it's nap time. And she's going to be do some recording tonight. Okay, that sounds cool. All right, I really gonna have a lot of glue on the back here. See if I can. Still not quite dry. I know what I could do. I could put some washi on there. Washi, washi, washi. Where's my washi box? Where's my washi box? Of course, don't be deceived. This is not all of my washi. This blue might look okay. That's not really going to wrap around, though. I was looking for something that will wrap around. Something wider. I've been using my washi, or trying to use my washi. This is beautiful. Oh, this might work. That is beautiful. Let's try that. Okay, now I need a word or some words. I want to write up here. I'm going to just write something and be happy with it. I believe this is a Jane Davenport tape. Now the trick is, Judy said, Lori, they are predicting 4 inches of snow for us Wednesday. Boo-hoo. My granddad used to talk about an onion snow, but that ain't no onion snow. Okay, so I really wanted to put this on to wrap it over because of that glue, but you know what? I like it right here. I should have put some glue underneath. Where's my... Kel, can you watch out a window to see if they've plowed, or do you have to go out physically to be able to tell? Yeah, Judy, I hope you don't have to go out in it. It's a little crooked, as usual. A little crooked. So let's put another piece on the other side. On the other side. Oh, that's a bummer, Kel. So let's do another strip. I have a hard time getting it straight, even if there's a straight edge. I have many struggles. I hope to be back from work before it's... Oh, okay, honey. Yeah, that's something to pray about. Yeah. All right. So now I need a word or words. I need something. I want to write something on the top in white ink or white paint. I guessed it would be white paint. How are we doing on time? What time is it? At 1:30. Okay, I'm getting close. Getting close. trim that little bit off. I could put "You Are So," like the song. You are so beautiful to me, and you see everything I hope for. You're everything I need. I'm picking out some things that I can maybe put through the top to make a little tag. I do like fabric on the front too. Oh, look at that. That might be interesting. Wow, Joyce, that was fast. That was fast, girlfriend. Woo. Okay. This might be cute down the bottom. Maybe like that. I don't know. This is longer than I thought. Oh, great. Okay. So let's do a little piece of this, a little piece of this, a little piece of this. A little piece of this. Are you still dripping wet? Good question. Where's my Pokey? Oh, I always forget to cap these silly. I would like to tie that, but I don't know if that's feasible. I don't know if all of it's long enough. Just wet. Not drippy, just wet. All right, I plugged in my hot glue gun, so maybe I'll use that to trim, to adhere the stuff. I know there's some wild colors, but I think it'll be all right. Ah, I dripped where I didn't want to drip. Right there. Wonder if I can get that off. All right, now I'm going to do the flip side. Should have started on the back. Yeah, it'll be okay, Ange. And you're going pretty early, so you should be good. Okay, so this one's got to have a trim. He's a little long. I know Kel's saying, where are your fabric scissors? But Kel, I take them all over the house. Like I'm using them everywhere. I think they're out on the kitchen counter. I love them. I love them. Oh no, there they are. They're right there. This is one of the best gifts, Kel, I could have ever gotten. Was good fabric scissors. Thank you, thank you. All right, so they can be adjusted. So did anybody come up with a word? Was anybody paying attention? Maybe I'll put that up top. Then I don't have to deal with it getting in the way. Well, maybe I should put it over there. Oh, put some of that over there and hide that glue. Yeah, they are, honey. I really love them. Love them, love them. Okay. Right here, I want to write something. Come on, somebody come up with something clever. You missed it? Okay, you're exempt. Everybody else is going to get a timeout. Joyce was in the shower, so I can't expect her to have a word. Or two, or three. Wings and things. Oh, that's a good one, Judy. That's good. I'm so nervous about writing things. On the wings of love. I don't think these are good, girls. These are good. Since we have the butterfly there and other things, I'm going to do wings and things. And hopefully, maybe I should have a practice. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but some people write on things and really it doesn't look that good, but it looks good to me. So it doesn't have to be, look, I have a little practice thing there. All right, so Judy said wings. Oh, I was bragging about these. Here we go. Wings and things. Or should I print wings and things? Maybe print. I didn't do my N right. Well, it is what it is. This feels really cool. I can't explain it. You have to try this, girls, just to feel it. Just to feel. If you've done any kind of decoupaging with like wet glue, and then you do it with the glue stick and feel this, it just really feels cool. It feels really cool. Thanks, Peggy. All right, so let's see. It's 1:36. I think Tanya comes on at 2. Let's see if I can find where's my little corner? We've got those two. Oh, this one. We've got this one too. I think I want to stamp on this and okay, so I used here it is. I know I used the sunflower, the big sunflower on this. Now this is just book page that I glued several layers together, so it's not real stiff. It's heavy, and I think it'll make a nice pocket, but it's not real stiff. So it's a little more challenging to use the emery board or the nail file. So just as a reminder, if you check out Crafted by Christy, leave her a comment and tell her I sent you over to check out her video. I think she would appreciate that. She seems real down to earth and fun and clever and talented. This video is really cool. Her stuff looked really good when she was done. Now I do find when I use I love putting Dorland's wax on my watercolor and glue down napkins. I do, Judy? Thank you. I have, what kind of wax is that, Leah? Is that like for shoes or floors or? I have a hair wax that a friend of, gosh, her name was Amy, I think. A friend of Shannon Green's. I've got a whole bunch of different colors here, and I never did anything with them either. That sounds very interesting. And then it dries, and it just gives them, it seals them, and then just gives them a real cool to the touch. Look, I like how that part of the napkin's got the little words on it. Okay, I wonder if I could find my bee stamp. Wouldn't my bee stamp look cute on here? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Your bee stamp would look adorbs. Oh, it's an art wax. I seal my watercolor. Aren't you clever? I didn't even know about that. I never even heard anybody say that. Cool. Okay, so let's ink this real quick. I think my pad needs a little juice, needs a little more juice in here. You're watching a kid, Ange? I thought you said you were doing nothing. I hope I can stay awake for the game. Okay. And I'm just remembering I saw you said something earlier about has anybody seen Renee? I'm not sure who you mean, but I haven't. I don't think. Yes, not that I want to. I'm not watching him. He's watching me. Then you best be on your best behavior. I was watching a reel. I sent it to my sisters. There's this dog sitting looks like he's sitting maybe in a car or something. I don't know where he's sitting. And what dog did they say he was? I don't think he was that dog. He looked like a different dog to me, but he looked kind of like a shepherd mix or something. It was a big dog. And these people were doing things like one guy fell off of a step. Stuff like this cracks me up. Um, okay, Kel. And somebody walked into it, looked like they were at an airport and walked into a glass wall or door and bounced. Oh my gosh. I, I- I'm assuming these people don't really get injured because I don't want anybody to get injured, but this kind of stuff, I have to tell you, it just really, really cracks me up. So I sit by myself like a goofball and, and giggle. All right, this is a big. I think he'll be fine. Let's use him. And I want that other. I want my. Yeah, I want this one. I'm going to put some. I'm going to put some script on this one. Um, One of my favorite movies is. Oh, look, that's coming up a little bit. While You Were Sleeping. And I've watched it probably 100 times. And there's one scene like they invite. Well, if you don't know the story, I'm not going to get into the whole story. But this girl gets invited to go to this family's house for dinner. So there's a scene where they show a sidewalk, like in New York, and this kid's riding a bike and he's delivering newspapers. And when he throws when he throws the one newspaper, he leans too far and the whole bike goes underneath of him. And I crack up every time I watch that stupid movie. And I know it's coming. It's really probably not that funny to a lot of people, but it just tickles me. It just tickles me. You do, Leah? Oh my gosh. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. What's your favorite part? Oh, it's kind of too hard. My family and we repeat lines from that movie all the time to each other. Like if somebody says, "Oh, if we're together for a meal and somebody says the mashed potatoes are so good," somebody inevitably says, "Oh, Leah, I wish we could hang out." Somebody always says, "Mary mashed them." Oh my gosh. And then we go amnesia. I love Doc Martin. I love when he says, "Stop talking." Field of Dreams. Is that with Kevin Costner? I think I did see that. And I like Bill Pullman in While You Were Sleeping, but you know what? I haven't really seen any other movie. I thought he was that great in. Yeah, I like The Big Fat Greek Wedding too. That's a good one. That's a good one. I should have put more ink on my pad, I think. All right, I'm going to go the other way. I'm not sure what else I might put on this here little card. But I guess I could use this for my B journal too. Yeah, the baseball players that come back. That's a good one. Yeah, I think it was Kevin. Was it Kevin Costner? I think, or was it? I get him and Dennis Quaid mixed up sometimes. Not when I see them, but remembering back. Maybe it was Dennis Quaid. Now there was a hole here. I'm going to punch that hole out. Yeah. Try to punch that hole out. Yes, Kevin. Oh, French Kiss. Leah, did you ever see French Kiss? I was telling Jacqueline about these movies. She just they watch that guess they watch weird stuff like my husband likes. Okay, where's my B? She never heard of some of these. Bye, Ange. All right. Um, this is darling. See, now it's a real simple one. But see, how cute would that look in a journal? I submit very cute. Very cute. All right, not sure how this is going to show up. This is darker. Here we go. I have several of these little stamps. They're all little different bugs. Thanks, Ange. That would be terrific. Okay. So I think it's time to say so long. I know these are so fun. They had tags on them. It said bloom, but I've never seen. It looks like one of those pebbles that you would use like in the bottom of a glass vase or something, But I think it's a company that makes them, but I got them in a grab bag or something at Goodwill. Yeah, I'll be praying for you too, Ange, for sure. Okay, so that's going back in the drawer. Hey, I feel like I got something accomplished. Didn't get everything I wanted to get done. I have to come up with an idea for the ledger paper. I know Johnny one time, this is years ago, she was doing a, how my camera gets moved, a journal cover. And she had, I believe, if I remember correctly, which, don't quote me on this, but she had a hard book cover and she put down, she glued ledger paper on it. And then on top of that, she did a napkin. And her napkin had some kind of a floral print, but it also had some white space. And boy, did that look neat when she put that on that journal cover. Okay, so this is going to be a little pocket on a journal page. It'll go, let's see, what do I have here? This is my Meg's journal thing that I'm not finished with yet. Let's just find a page. So this would just get glued on like this. Now I may stitch around this too. This would add to it. And would be a cute little pocket. That's just, to me, that's darling. This could be a pocket. Or it could just be a tuck in and used for journaling on the back. And then this tag. In all likelihood, this will get trimmed off. But that could just get clipped to a page. And then this certainly could get clipped to a page. And then you've got stuff to hang out the top. Woohoo! So I think they turned out okay. All right. So I'm going to go make my bagel bites. And I'm going to set the timer so they don't burn this time. I was going to make a low-carb bagel that I saw on Instagram. Let me know how the recipe turns out. Starting a life change of it. Oh, Leah, we should chat, honey. We should chat. Yeah, this was a cup of almond flour, a half cup of Greek yogurt. I used plain, and a half a teaspoon of, really, Kellyanne, you have to ask that question. Who am I rooting for? Do you even know who's playing? And then you put in the baking powder and you just mix it all together. It comes together like a little dough. And then you roll them in little balls and put them on parchment paper and bake them at 400 for like 15 minutes. Now, he rolled his in everything bagel stuff, which was hard for me to chew. Fly like an eagle. You got it, Judy. Woohoo! And I left some plain too. And I made them maybe about that big. So you can pull them apart and then dip. So that's what I'm gonna have. And I'm gonna make some ham dip, which is a family favorite. So fly, eagles, fly on the road to victory. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Fly, eagles, fly. So that's what I'll be singing, hopefully, if they score a touchdown. And our dear Shannon is rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs. I think actually my neighbor Betty, my 96-year-old neighbor, I think she really follows the Chiefs. She likes Andy Reid, and she really likes Patrick Mahomes. I think you say it. He's a good quarterback. They're a great team. They had a fabulous record. And if they were playing anybody else, I'd be rooting for the Chiefs because this would be their third. Cal, you're closer to Philadelphia than you are to the Chiefs. There goes my phone. Okay, signing off. Take care. Have a great day. See you next week. And don't forget to take time to be creative. Okay? Until next time. I love you. Bye-bye.